At the beginning of the story, we can see Kazuya having a conversation with his grandfather. His grandfather tells him that one day he will be gone and Kazuya will be left alone, so he advises Kazuya to start a family. The scene shifts, and we can see Kazuya offering prayers to his late grandpa. After that, he realizes that now he is truly alone in this world. Meanwhile, in the Elfrieden Kingdom, King Albert and Queen Alicia hold a meeting with their advisors. The atmosphere in the room is tense as they discuss the current situation in their kingdom. Prime Minister of the Elfrieden Kingdom, Marx, advises the king to summon a hero. A group of mages gathers to perform the summoning ritual. In a flash of light, Kazuya appears before them. Even the mages are surprised by the success of their summoning. They couldn't believe that they had actually managed to call forth a hero. After being summoned to the Elfrieden Kingdom, Kazuya is brought before King Albert Elfrieden. The king thanks Kazuya for answering their call and coming to their aid. However, Kazuya is not entirely pleased with the situation. He expresses his displeasure over the fact that he was summoned without his consent. After some back and forth, Kazuya requests the king to explain the situation in more details, and King Albert obliges. He explains that many different races, including humans, elves, dwarves, and others, live together on a vast supercontinent known as Landia. That supercontinent is home to several different countries, including the Elfrieden Kingdom. However, almost 10 years ago, on the northernmost end of the continent, from a mysterious void known as the Demon World, a large number of monsters emerged, wreaking havoc and destruction upon the northern countries. In response to this threat, various nations united and mounted an invasion of the Demon World in order to put an end to the monster menace once and for all. However, their efforts were in vain. The invasion was a complete failure and everything was wiped out. After their defeat, those nations no longer had the strength to repel the monsters. We then see Maria Euphoria, the Empress of the Grand Chaos Empire, engaged in a serious conversation with her sister. The topic of their conversation is the Elfrieden Kingdom's financial aid for the war effort. The deadline for the aid is fast approaching, and they haven't received any response yet. Meanwhile, Kazuya learns about the financial aid and how they might turn him over to the Empire instead of financial aid. Well, the current situation for Elfrieden Kingdom was dire, to say the least, and they didn't have enough funds or resources. Marx also mentioned another important detail of the agreement between the Elfrieden Kingdom and the Grand Chaos Empire. As per the terms of the agreement, the kingdom had the option to summon a hero and send that hero to the Empire to fulfill their obligations. Upon hearing the explanation from Marx, Kazuya becomes angry with the king, so he begins to think of a solution to the situation. At first, he considers running away, but he quickly realizes that it wouldn't be that easy. Rather than running away, Kazuya proposes a different solution. He suggests that they should focus on building up the kingdom's national strength so that they can stand up to the empire and reject their demands in the future. However, when he presents this idea to the king and his advisors, he doesn't receive a proper answer. Nonetheless, Kazuya tells Marx and the king to tell him everything about the country's finances. So Queen Alicia orders Marx to provide the reports to Kazuya. Marx and Kazuya discuss everything related to the country's finance. They begin to study the reports in detail, looking for ways to improve the kingdom's financial situation. In a shocking turn of events, King Albert makes a stunning announcement. He declares that he has decided to abdicate the throne and pass it on to Kazuya. The news comes as a shock to everyone present. Kazuya is beyond surprised by this sudden turn of events. He is completely caught off guard by the king's decision. We will learn soon enough why King Albert gave up the throne and gave it to someone he barely knew.